Hello everyone, my name is Advocate Rohan Mishra and I am an Associate Advocate at Law Offices of Kuvar Vivek Tawar Advocate and Associates. Today, we will discuss about the right of accused in general terms and in reference with the CRPC. So, a person in custody of police and under trial or a convicted individual does not lose his human and fundamental rights by virtue of incarceration. Therefore, the Indian Constitution itself provides some basic rights and safeguards to the accused person which are to be followed by the authorities during the process of criminal administration of justice. Similarly, the CRPC, that is Criminal Procedure Code, deals with the procedural aspect of arrest of an accused person and provides various rights to accused or arrested person. So now, what are the rights of the accused? There are certain provisions which expressly and directly create important rights in favor of the accused or arrested person. Following are some of the cardinal rights of accused person. So starting with the prohibition against self-incrimination. So the Supreme Court, while explaining the scope of Article 20 subclause 3 in MP Sharma vs Satish Chandra, observed that this right is available to a person who is accused of an offence. It is protection against compulsion to be a witness. Also, it is protection against such compulsion relating to his giving evidence against himself. Also, it was given that right to silence is also available to the accused of a criminal offence. Coming to the next right, that is right to be defended by a lawyer. Article 22 subarticle 1 of the Constitution provides that an arrested person has a right to consult and to be defended by a legal practitioner of his choice. Similarly, Section 303 of CRPC provides that a person accused of an offence has a right to be defended by a pleader of his choice. Coming to the next right, person arrested to be taken before the magistrate. Article 22 subclause 2 of the Constitution provides that an arrested person must be taken to the magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. Next is person arrested not to be detained more than 24 hours. Section 57 of CRPC provides that where a person has been arrested by police officer without a warrant, the police officer can keep him in his custody for a period not longer than 24 hours. Before the expiration of 24 hours, the arrested person has to be produced before the nearest magistrate. Next is no right to police officer to cause death of the accused. Subsection 3 of Section 46 provides that though the police officer or any other person making arrest can use all necessary means for the purpose, but they have not been given any right to cause death of the person who is not accused of an offence punishable with death or imprisonment of life. Next is right against unnecessary restraint. The person arrested is not to be subjected to more restraint than is necessary to prevent his escape. Next is no woman to be arrested after sunset and before sunrise. Clause 4 of Section 46 provides that no woman shall be arrested after sunset and before sunrise. But if exception circumstances exist in which an arrest of female has to be made irrespective of the time, then prior permission of judicial magistrate first class within whose jurisdiction offence has been committed has to be taken. Next is right to inform about arrest to a nominated person. The person making an arrest under this code is to inform regarding the arrest and place where the arrested person is being held to a person whom the arrested person wishes to be informed about. Next is right to be released on bail in bailable offences. Section 50 subclause 2 provides that if a police officer arrests a person accused of a bailable offence without warrant, then he has to inform the person arrested about his right or to be released on bail, in pursuance of which the arrested person may arrange for sureties. Next is right to receive the copy of receipt after search. After search, all the articles other than necessary wearing apparel found upon the arrested person is to be seized. However, it is the right of arrested person to receive a receipt showing the articles taken in possession by the police. Coming to the next right is right of medical examination of arrested person. Section 54 gives the accused the right to have himself medically examined to enable him to defend and protect himself properly. It is considered desirable and necessary in order to enable him to establish that the offence with which he is charged was not committed by him, or that is, he was subjected to physical injury. Now, the next right is right to free legal aid. The state is under constitutional mandate implicit in Article 21 of the Constitution along with Article 39A of the Constitution, a directive principle of state policy to provide free legal aid to indigent accused person. Section 304 of CRPC also provides such a right to the accused. Coming to the next right, that is right of accused to know of the accusation. Fair trials requires that accused person is given adequate opportunity to defend himself. Such opportunity will have little meaning if the accused is not informed of the accusations against him. Next right is right to cross-examine prosecution witness and to produce defense evidence. The right to cross-examine a witness apart from being a natural right is a statutory right. A criminal trial which denies the accused person the right to cross-examine prosecution witnesses is based on weak foundation and cannot be considered as a fair trial. Now coming to the next right, that is accused person as a competent witness. According to provisions of section 315, the accused can be a competent witness for defense and can give evidence in disproof of the charges made against him or against his co-accused. Now coming to the next right, that is right to speedy trial. Justice delayed is justice denied. We all know this. So this is all the more true in a criminal trial where the accused is not released on bail during the pendency of the trial and trial is inordinately delayed. As such, there is no right of the accused to have his case decided expeditiously. But under section 437 subclause 6 provides that if the accused is in detention and the trial is not completed within 60 days from the first date fixed for hearing, he shall be released on bail. Coming to the next right is compensation for the wrongful arrest. Section 358 of CRPC empowers the court to order a person to pay compensation to another person for causing a police officer to arrest such other person wrongfully. For applying section 358, it has been held that there should be something to indicate that the informant caused the arrest of accused without any sufficient ground. Now the next right is right of appeal. Appeal is one of the two important review procedure. An appeal is creature of statute and there can be no inherent right of appeal from any judgment or determination unless an appeal is expressly provided for by the law itself. Now coming to the next right is court's power and duty to examine the accused person with a view to give an opportunity to the accused person to explain the circumstances appearing in evidence against him. Section 313 of CRPC provides for the examination of accused by the court. This if of immense help to the accused person, particularly when he is undefended. This is all for today. Now we'll meet next time. Till then, stay home, take care, stay safe.